I thought that was as well as we've played for 40 minutes defensively in some time, and that's the way it's going to have to be. We made some shots tonight. We weren't off the charts offensively, but we were good enough to secure a sizable win against a very good opponent. So we'll certainly take that out of the gate in Valley play. Cotton, it doesn't surprise me, because that's what Cotton is. He's an athlete that rebounds, plays great defense, knocked in some shots tonight, but his forte, his calling card is exactly what has been my calling card as a coach. And we talked about, Bob, when you ask, you can't beat teams by 18 on the glass and start working on it 10 days ago or 2 weeks ago. When
you work on it more.
Right. I understand, but it's been an emphasis from day one. I mean, it can get a little bit better in January and a little bit better in February, but it better start in October.
On situations that maybe you haven't done with other players?
Trying to. I mean, he's a natural scorer. He wants to score. He has the size, athleticism, talent, skill to score. We have to have him score. I thought he took one bad shot in the second half. But other than that, he may have forced a drive a little bit in the first half. And what really upset me was when he didn't get the call, he stayed down on the ground. These are big-time referees that work this game. There's a Final Four crew. Every one of those guys has worked a Final Four. He was in junior college last year. I reminded him of that when he walked over. Okay, you couldn't find his junior college on a map. These guys were in wherever they were for the Final Four. Houston or wherever it was.
Time for one more. They really.
Larry's out of time. I could talk about this one for a while.
Ben talked about he really wanted to get it under 10, but coming out of the locker room at halftime, how important was it for you guys to push it out right away?
Well, knowing the kind of coach Ben Jacobson is, I'm sure that he tried to inspire his troops, and that was a key. And I told them, I'm not going to yell and scream or get crazy and try to fake anything. You guys have to come out with the same energy, passion, toughness, equal or better than UNI, and pretend like it's a 0-0 game. It's the old cliche, 0-0 at halftime when you're up 12, and then somehow you get it to 18, and then it's 20, and I'm thinking, wow. But we played well. We played well. We just got to continue to play like this, and see if we can even improve on this.
Yeah, that would seem to be a really good sign that they can keep it up after half. What do you attribute that to?
Well, just quality kids, tough competitors, guys that want to win. A lot of qualities. We've played 13 games now. We've won 12 of them. So. They've got a lot of good qualities. We've got to keep it up.
So you did have a wow moment over on the bench.
I'm a wow here in about 10 minutes. Okay, I don't wow during the game very often. I stay pretty focused. But I'm going to enjoy tonight and get into it tomorrow with Drake and head up to Des Moines on Tuesday. I'll have a wow moment with my family and friends here in about 10-15 minutes. I look forward to reading your column about that. I hope they've figured it out by now. That's a great thought. We've been instilling that from day one. Even when we were at full strength, we've been instilling defense and rebounding is going to be a calling card for this team. And now even more so with the circumstances. So I tell you, at one point I thought we were going to hold them in the 30s, and that's hard to do against a team that executes their stuff as well as Northern Iowa, shoots it as well as Northern Iowa. So we were I hope playing a part. I hope it just wasn't them having a bad night. I'm sure it wasn't the night that they wanted, but I hope that we had a lot to do with it, and of course, the balance of the season will determine exactly how well we can defend consistently. Every single practice, Bob. That's and like we talked about, even more so now. These guys realize that Carl and Evan was a good rebounder, and Ron Baker from the guard spot was a solid rebounder. And they realize that. I hope they continue to realize it. ultimately, we get some guys back, but the 9 guys in uniform tonight, everybody did their job. Everybody checked out. Everybody went with 2 hands. Everybody understood that it was going to be a physical affair, and we work on it every single day. So it's not just since the injuries have occurred. It's something that we have always taught since I've been a head coach.
How do you go about shutting them down like you did?
Well, Coach Jans did a wonderful scout, as he always does. He had our guys really mentally prepared for what they were going to see. They got us a couple times, but by and large, I thought our guys were in great position to be there on the contest, and limit them to 1 shot. They got 5 offensive rebounds, 3 teams. So really, they secured 2. I don't know. I think that's a pretty good basketball team, and I know they're going to win a lot of games.
What was on that